Okay, this is a good question. Now, first thing that you guys, I really want you to know is there isn't this perfect, always do it this way answer. Everybody kind of has their own style in the way that they attack things, and that doesn't mean like someone is superior than somebody else. In light of that, let me tell you how I approached, how when I kind of refined my practice, what I ended up doing. So I would do this, and then I felt like it took up too much time. I noticed that with every time I went into the room, you start up the conversation, they have 10 things to tell you, and then and it takes a while. So let's say you have 5-6 patients. Let's say you did bedside report on everybody, you got all the information, and then to go back in and say everybody, hey, here's the plan for the day. If I tended to not do that. What I would do is I would get report. Let's say I got report from 6:30 to 7, or actually from 7 to 7:30. Then what I would do is I would spend from 7:30 to 8 at the computer planning where I'm going first, double checking meds, double checking everything so that when I went in, that was a high impact moment where I'm addressing many things at once. And my goal was to as efficiently get through that first chunk of the shift, that first main med pass, so I could get a assessment on everybody, get their important meds done. And that way I was ready to pivot when a doctor rounded. Then later in the shift, I would be adding more rounding or checking in more. In terms of personal care, it really depends on your unit how your CNAs split up care with the nurses. The units that I worked on, CNAs took care of getting people up in the chair, getting the personal care done. I would maybe help if I was in the room, but my top priority at the beginning of the day was meds and assessments. And I really needed to stick to that to get it done in an appropriate amount of time. So that when doctors start rounding 9-10 o'clock, then I'm ready to go. So that's how I intended to do things. Now, if I was on my game, it's shift 3 of 3. I know all these patients. Then I might go back in and maybe throw in another set of rounds. But I tended to not do that.